everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode. Today we're going to be doing Bristol in Xfinity, Road America, and Darlington all in Xfinity, and then next episode we are going to be finishing up the regular season. As you can see, we're coming into Bristol with only one win, so hopefully this episode we can get maybe another win or two to add on to our playoff points, because we're going into the playoffs right now not in the greatest situation to where it's going to be pretty hard to make the Final Four based off of where we currently stand. So you can see we qualified pretty good in Bristol. We start P7 as the green flag waves right behind our rival Spencer Gallagher in number 23 Allegiant Camaro. So we're going to have to be pretty careful at the beginning of this race. But we finally had a really good starting position, so this gave me a lot of confidence that maybe we could pull something off here in the race, maybe get a victory. Obviously, the spring race here in Bristol, we finished second to Daniel Hemrick, so we were very close to getting our first win there, but we were unsuccessful that time. But this time we're going to try our best to make sure we get this victory, as we got really loose out of turn 2, which allowed Matt Tiff to get close to my bumper. Now Allgaier closes up on us, but we're going to keep them clear as we approach turn 1. We're trying to get under Brandon Jones and Spencer Gallagher, force the 3 wide now. Daniel Hemrick, he backed out of the 3 wide, so he's on our outside as we approach turn 3. Gallagher up towards the wall. If we can clear him, then I think we're going to have a pretty good chance to get away and maybe have a very strong run in this race. Now Christopher Bell's here and he's slamming into the side of me. We just need to get away from our rivals. Now Gallagher all over my bumper. We send it in deep in turn 3, get clear of them both for the moment. We passed the 2 cars in front of us, but Christopher Bell got past me, so we're actually in P2 as we come to 2 laps to go now in the stage as we are trying to work our way through lap traffic. We've got Ryan Truex here on my outside, not having a good run all the way back in the mid-30s, so we're getting by him as we approach turn 3, but it doesn't look like we're going to win the stage unless Bell really gets held up here on the white flag in stage 1. Obviously, we're going to dive it up the inside, try to get to Bell. It doesn't look like we're going to be close enough as we approach turn 3, and Miller, he's got a really weird line, so it forced me to go to the outside, and I hit the wall doing it. And on the exit now, I'm going to push up into Miller because I didn't really like him being in the way, so we're going to get P2 in stage 1, which is a decent way to start this race, but right now, Christopher Bell certainly has a stronger car than me, so we're going to have to really try and get him on the restart maybe and pull away as fast as we can. But we will be restarting P2. We got Brandon Jones behind me, Cole Custer on the inside line behind Christopher Bell as we get ready to go green. Green flag is out in stage 2. Side by side into turn 1. Bell, he probably won't give me a whole bunch of room. Racing him as clean as possible because we need to try and get him gone from being a rival. I don't want any rivals going into the playoffs, but it's pretty obvious at this point in the season that we will have at least 2 or 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, especially with the new legendary difficulty. I've already recorded all of the playoffs in this season, and I can tell you that I now need to use actual pit adjustments to be competitive. I don't use custom setups. I just use pit adjustments, and that will at least keep me somewhat competitive in this series once we get to the playoff point when the AI changes. But now still trying to get by Bell. You see I got really loose into turn 3 and we hit the wall. Now Christopher Bell, he pulls away. We get past Cole Custer, who got past me for the moment. Now as we come to lap 12 in the stage, you see side by side with Bell trying to complete the pass for the lead before we hit this lap traffic. We have a chance here in turn 3. We're at his quarter panel. We send it in pretty deep. I'm going to try to slide up in front of him. I decided not to. He's got the run on the exit of 4. He gets really close to my right side, but this is the moment where we clear him, and he's trying to go back to my inside. He's unsuccessful, and we clear Christopher Bell, and we are gone as we come to the last lap. In stage 2, you see he's not even close to me at this moment on the exit, just about getting into the back of the 90 as Morgan Shepherd, he's just in the way. He's not letting me go, and now we come to the exit of turn 4, and we get P1 in stage 2, so we get a playoff point, and this is setting us up really well maybe to get the win here in Bristol. You see our teammate Tyler Reddick, he brought the car back in P2, so we have a JRM front row to start the final stage. Alright, we're ready to go green. Green flag is back out in Bristol. The last stage is underway. It's a 31 lap dash to the end of this race, and we just need to get away from these guys and run. Already a little bit of contact with Reddick. That was my fault. I came up the track. Honestly thought I was going to clear him. Clearly that wasn't the case, but at a turn 4, already putting a little bit of a gap between himself and I. We're just going to try to build that gap up the rest of this run and hope that we do not get a caution and then get a late race restart. Because the older your tires get as a player, the harder it is to hold out the AI, because the tire wear doesn't really affect them, unfortunately, in this game. Or really in any 704 game. So we just need to get away from these guys. We got Christopher Bell back up to 3rd. So he has run down Tyler Reddick for 2nd. He's seen the mirror. He has a chance to get to the inside of him and pass him. He's working hard at it. But now we come to lap 60. You see Bell did complete the pass. He got up to 2nd. Now we're working our way through lap traffic. Still leading this race, thankfully, now as we try to pass Josh Williams in the 90. We get clear of him. Put him a lap down. And Christopher Bell, he's working hard to just get past those guys as fast as he can and run me down within the final 15 laps of this race. Now we come to 3 to go in this race. You see Christopher Bell did not hang on to 2nd. We got Brandon Jones up to P2 now, and this is a gap that's a lot closer than what Bell had, so he has a chance to get to me. But right now we have a pretty clear track. We might catch Ty Dillon, but it's pretty unlikely. So we're just basically trying to hold off the 19 at this point as we hit 2 to go with a chance to win in Bristol after coming up short in the spring by a bumper. Ty Dillon, we might catch him, and he could play a small role in how this race finishes. I don't think he will, though. The white flag is in the air in Bristol. We got the 45 way up the track, really slow. He's already a lap down, and we're going to have to go to the inside of him. You see Bell, I think, trying to pass Jones now in the last lap. Out of turn 4, side by side with Ty Dillon, but that doesn't matter. We're going to win in Bristol. Second win of the season, second win of our Xfinity career. It's finally nice to get another win before we go into the playoffs. That's an extra 6 playoff points that we accumulated before we start, so it's going to really help us, and we're going to get playoff points as well for our regular season finish. As you see, I just screw up the burnout and drive it right into the wall. It was kind of hard to do a burnout here without hitting the wall, I found. I guess I just suck at burnouts because I'm not used to doing it since like NASCAR 15, so that's something we're going to hopefully get more experience at doing, and we have to work on, so we'll see how that goes out for the rest of how that goes for the rest of the season. We made quite a bit of money. 4th in the standings now behind Justin Allgaier. You see the big playoff point gap. There's just the top 3 guys have so many, and then there's me and Hemrick 4th and 5th that really are pretty close, so it's going to be a battle for that last spot, and it's going to be really interesting because someone can win and knock me and Hemrick out, so once we get into the last round before the final 4, so it'll be interesting. Christopher Bell, he's not happy. We provoke him. Tyler Reddick, we compliment him, and then we got Morgan Shepherd. I will apologize to him. He's old. We don't want to anger him. Justin Allgaier, yep, okay. We got some drivers that are happy with us winning, and then we got Christopher Bell, who's not. So now this brings us to the Xfinity race in Road America, which is next. We're going to go for the incentive. We're going to go with normal as the usual. That's what I choose, and that's just for 3 top 10s in the next 4 races. Road America is usually a track I struggle on. I mean, the road racing isn't very good in this game, and then it really shows when I drive here. I really screw up a lot, and I'm probably going to wreck the car a couple times, unfortunately. So hopefully we don't do that. Maybe we can contend for a win. I mean, our first 2 road course races, our worst finish is 3rd, so hopefully we can maybe continue that in Road America, and hopefully we can pull off a victory or something. But without further ado, let's get into Road America. Starting all the way back here, you might be wondering what the heck happened. Well, I crashed on the qualifying lap, so that's kind of setting the mood for this race. We're not starting last, though. Got Matt Tift, who's changing lanes before the line. He should already be black flagged, but he won't be. This is going to be interesting. Usually the AI last game would really check up, but now the 704 has fixed that, thankfully, with road racing. They don't check up at really stupid times. When you like come into turn 1, almost every road course is really bad, but they've come along to fix that. They do this single file thing, which you can notice right here, which is kind of weird, and it kind of hurts the difficulty a bit, but hopefully they can kind of fix that as well. But we gained 15 or 14 spots in the first few corners as we go to the outside of the 38, get clear of him. Pretty easy to pass these back markers. They're not much of a threat right now. As we approach the sharp 90-degree left-hander behind Josh Balicki, we get into the back of him. He's a little bit loose on exit because of my bump, but it doesn't matter. We do have a little bit of damage on the front end now. And we might get into the back of him again. No, we keep off of him. We're just trying to get a top 10 here. I think it is pretty realistic maybe that we could get stage points, but at the same time, who knows? I mean, we're going to send it up the inside here. The 76, Spencer Boyd on my outside. We clear him. Now we're up into the top 20 behind our teammate Tyler Reddick. He is trying to pass Joey Gase. Joey Gase has a lot of paint schemes in this game for some reason, and I don't know why. And we're going to get in the grass. We're going to get in the grass, and that was... Oh, no. Okay, we are okay. We are fine. We are not fine. They pulled out the caution. Okay, there is our first mistake of the race. Count that because it's going to happen quite a few times in Road America. Justin Allgaier wins the stage. Great. Another playoff point for him. And now we have damage on the right side, so we're going to start stage 2. That's the thing about Road America, is this track is so long that the stages are only like 2 laps, and then like the final stage is like 5 laps. So it's a long, but it looks short. It's a long race. So. Now we're going to try to get to the inside of these guys going into turn 1. Gase on my left, getting to the back of Tyler Reddick. I hit him in the bumper, not what I wanted to do, but we did it anyways. Now approaching the right-hander up here behind Reddick again. We are going to get into the back of him once again. We're probably going to have a message from him after this race. Now we're hitting him in the right side, so he's probably not going to be happy with me. A lot of damage on that right front, actually, more than I thought. It looks half decent from the hood cam. One thing I want is a roof cam in this game, which they never want to give us. Like, I don't want to be sitting right on the hood. I want a roof cam like NASCAR 15, 14, Inside Line, all those games had. A little bit of contact with LeBay, though. Trying to get to the inside of him as we approach the left-hander. This was a dumb move, and I got in the grass, so I really couldn't get to his inside. We are up to P14, though. We will be coming to the white in stage 2 this time by. So I was just trying to gain as many spots as I could before this stage came to an end, because the incident we had at the end of the last stage kind of set me back a little bit, and now we come through the carousel on the outside of Clements. We were able to get by him and by a handful of extra cars as we come to the last quarter of a lap in stage 2. We got up to P9, so a very good run towards the top 10. Ryan Reed, our next target. PA, obviously we're not going to get to him as we come into the last corner of stage 2. Reed trying to pass Jones. He's not going to be successful. He might. As we come out of the last corner up the hill, Jones, yeah, he's going to have the spot over Ryan Reed. And we're going to get P9 for sure because there's no one really around me. So we get P9 in stage 2, so we get 2 points out of it. And hopefully this sets us up well for this last stage, as long as I don't really make a big mistake. Justin Allgaier wins another stage. That's like 50,000 playoff points now. Alright, we're starting on the left lane for the start of the final stage, which is not what I want. I would like to be on the right side, but we can probably get to that right side if we need it. Green flag, though, is out for the final stage. We do have the right side open, so I take full advantage of that, and we're going to go to the inside of Reed. We had a big run. Coming into turn 1, 3 wide. Is anyone going to back out? I don't think so. We get into the right side of Reed. We come out of 1, and we get into him again. We're into the tire barrier. Just about. We hang on to it, and we're getting hit into the 60. And we're okay. We keep it straight. We keep it straight. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how we just saved that. I got into the side of Ryan Reed and just it shot me to the right. It was like a pinball. Thank goodness we held on to that. We only lost 4 spots and we gained 1 already. We're running these two down pretty fast. We're going to try to go to the left of Majeski. He kind of blocks the lane. Now we do get to the inside of him. And we send it in a little deep. Hello, Ryan Truex. How you doing today? I thought I was going to destroy him for a moment, but we got the car slowed down enough as we go to the inside of Clements, trying to get clear of him. We do get clear. We're back into the top 10 at least, so this race isn't over. We can still maybe get a solid finish, a win. Maybe. I see the leader up there, and the AI still isn't very strong at this track, so who knows, he might be able to pull it off. But we clear Ryan Truex for P9, so about a quarter of a lap, almost half a lap, we were able to get the positions we lost back. So this was a pretty good comeback. Now trying to get to the right side of Brandon Jones, who is a rival, so I'm trying to be kind of careful with him. We're going to let him clear me out of the carousel as we approach the little right bend here. That's really easy to screw up. I've done it many times. I've raced this track in several different racing games and with so many different cars that it's hard to remember. Like that kink right there, you can go full throttle sometimes, or if you're in a stock car like this, you really have to slow down. As we kind of screw up this corner, we do come out of it okay. A little bit loose, but we didn't lose too much time as Clements is all over my back bumper. But that's not too much of a problem as we came into the last corner right close to Brandon Jones on his bumper now. I just about hit him and got really loose into the grass. The braking is not very good at this track, but it's something we kind of had to deal with now as we come to 4 laps to go. You see the gap, pretty similar. We're just in front of Clements behind Jones as we come into turn 1. I overshot that one, I think. Yes, I did. Oh, we might be okay. We're not going to be okay. We're in the sand and grass, and we're dead. We are dead. There's the caution. Oh, my gosh. I overshot, and then the car, the back end kicked up just a little bit when I thought I might have had it, and then I just went off track, and we had to pit. We had 15 seconds of damage. Of course I had to pit. I could have stayed out and just went for it, but now we're going to try and gain as many spots as we can. It's going to be overtime, and unfortunately, we're not going to continue our road course streak of like top 5s here. It's going to be probably like a top 20. Now we're going to send up the inside of these guys into turn 1. We gained quite a few spots to the inside of Matt Tift, who has not worked his way forward very well in this race. Already up into the top 30. Don't mind me. Into the top 25, and now we got boys that don't want to move. Try to get to the left of the 55. We do. Oh, we're going to gain a lot of spots here before this race is over. Already up to P23 as we go down the long straightaway up to 22nd behind Ross Chastain, the Watermelon Boy himself. And Gallagher, hello, how are you doing? Just about to be in the top 20 now. As you see, we come to the last lap. We gained a lot of positions. We got up to P11 coming towards the checkered flag in this race. I believe that is Daniel Hemrick behind Brandon Jones in front of me. It is, as we come into the final few corners of this race. We had a good comeback, and it's just kind of like, man, what could have been if I didn't screw up and overshoot turn 1. But, I mean, we can't change what's happened at this point now as we approach the last corner on the last lap. Hemrick a little wide, doesn't matter, he's going to have the exit. And now we exit the last corner, coming up the hill. And we're going to finish P11, it looks like, as we're definitely not going to catch the 21. Hemrick gets 10th, we get P11 in Road America. Justin Allgaier, our teammate, probably pulled off the victory. We're going to confirm that in just a moment. We only had a speed rating of 100, so that wasn't very good. Ryan Segan 30th. Carl Long P40, and the winner is Justin Allgaier. He won every stage and the race. 7 playoff points to him. So, yeah, he's got 35 playoff points, and that is just unreal. Bell with 39. Those guys are just destroying us right now. And alright, do we have any messages? Yeah, I knew Tyler Reddick was going to have a message for me. John Hunter, he's being nice to me, and then, yeah, we got Tyler Reddick. You know, he's not very happy. We apologize. Ryan Truex, we apologize to him. And Brandon Jones, you know, we're going to provoke him. Ty Majeski, I mean, he's usually a car that's wrecking, so he can't really be talking. Alright, so we simmed the truck race. It was, I believe, Michigan. We chose 3 top 10s. I mean, obviously, this doesn't matter. It'd be nice if you could just say I'm running part-time instead of full-time simming races. But it's certainly a way to at least bring in the element of running part-time in trucks. So we did not run this race as we check the point standings one more time real quick. Cole Custer, 26 playoff points. Allgaier, 35. Bell, 39. And then there's me and Hemrick and Truex all close together. We got 12, 13, 16. So it's going to be up to us to battle for this Final Four as we get ready. We come to Darlington. We started P13, which is good. But it's going to be up to us 3 to battle for this Final Four spot unless we get some upset in that round of 6, which is very possible. So we're going to have to hope that that doesn't happen. Right off the bat, we're getting hit by our rival, Brandon Jones. He has absolutely no problem bump drafting at Darlington. Clearly, he's going to continue doing it down the back straightaway. We do get away from him, and we need to get out of here because he's an idiot. He's going to try and hit me again. There it is, a little shot to my bumper in turn 3. So we have a slightly interesting start in Darlington. He's going to get back to my bumper probably before we hit turn 1. Now we do maintain the gap. I feel like Jones being mad at me helped me right there because I got a little more aggressive and got myself into the top 10. So now we get to the inside of Growler, trying to get P9 from him. Ooh, we almost made contact. The AI really do like to come down off the corners, so you have to kind of combat that because it's very easy. You push up, they come down, and then you hit them, and then you die. So it's pretty straightforward at this track. Giving Tyler Reddick a push down the straightaway. He was not happy with us after Road America, but that doesn't really matter. We're going to push him anyways. Into turn 1, should be able to get by him with no problem, as well as Ryan Reed. We get to the inside just about of him. Now we do, and we were able to get past him before the stage was over as well. We come to the last lap in stage 1. You see we've caught up to the big 4 guys up here running up front. Justin Allgaier, our teammate, and somehow I believe we got Watermelon Boy leading as we are getting ready to come to the checkered this time by. He gets the stage win, and we get P5 in stage 1. And yeah, you see it right there. Ross Chastain won a stage. I don't know what the heck happened, but he pulled it off in that 4 car. I feel like 704 was like thinking how he ran in the 42 car is how he should run in the game in the 4 car, which is not very accurate, but they're doing it anyways. And it'd be nice if we had a throwback paint scheme because you see all these guys running throwbacks in front of us. Daniel Hemrick has a throwback, Kevin Harvick has a throwback. We got the Lombard Bros gaming car right behind me in the 39 of Ryan Sieg, but the green flag did come out with just a 10-lap stage 2. Ross Chastain is clear for the moment. Kevin Harvick, P2. We're going to probably get into Allgaier on the exit of 2. We did touch him, I believe, just a little bit. I think Allgaier really has a strong car right now, to be honest. And he's just trying to get around these guys as we get to the inside of Daniel Hemrick on the exit of turn 4. You see that right there in my right side, he kind of pushed down off the corner. Clear just about to Hemrick. We do clear him, so we're up to P3. This has been a really good start to this race. Try to get to the outside of Kevin Harvick. He's got a throwback scheme. That is an interesting looking one. Can we get to P2 at least, though? Running the outside line on the outside of Harvick. Pretty tight between myself and him and the wall. We just barely touched the wall on the exit of 4. Still side by side down the straightaway with Kevin Harvick as Allgaier has got up to P4 ahead of Daniel Hemrick, and now he's going to go to my inside. Maybe we should have just stayed on the inside because now we have to battle another car, and it's probably a really strong car of Justin Allgaier. Yeah, we're side by side down the straightaway. I don't think we're going to be able to hold him off. We're doing everything we can though at this point, just trying to maintain this outside line and make it work. But it's not working the greatest. We are pulling away now on the exit of 4 to the outside of Kevin Harvick now as we approach turn 1. We might be able to gain a position on Harvick. That would be very helpful. But he clears me once again in turn 1. Now Allgaier back to my inside. Out of turn 2, still side by side down the straightaway. We were able to clear him eventually. Now coming to the checkered flag in stage 2. Chastain, he was able to get another stage win. Harvick second, and we got P3 in stage 2, which gave us 8 playoff points, or 8 stage points, sorry. So Ross Chastain has gotten 2 playoff points though in this race, so that's going to help him when it comes to playoff time because we know he hasn't really done much this season except barely scrape into the playoffs. Alright, we are ready to go green for possibly the final time. Stage 3 is underway in green in Darlington. We're going to give the 4 a shove. Last time we had Ross Chastain and Kevin Harvick battling each other at Darlington for the lead. I mean, we know how that went. But we do get clear of the 98 of Harvick. So we're up to P2. We got Justin Allgaier, our teammate, right on my bumper on the exit of 2. He's going to have to clear Harvick first before he can even think about trying to get us up here. We're trying everything we can just to kind of get away from these guys. I feel like we can get past Chastain. We're going to have a good advantage because I know Allgaier has a fast car. He's already clear of Kevin Harvick and has already put a little bit of a gap on him as we approach turn 1. This is a really short last stage. I mean, we only have 12 to go as I hit the apron a little bit. We haven't really hit the apron much recently, so that's pretty good. But we did hit it there, but we didn't wreck as we get close to the wall on the exit of turn 2. Allgaier looking to that inside. He wants to get the position, but I do not want to give it up. To the inside of Chastain, a little bit of contact on his left rear. He clears me as we get ready to exit turn 4. He's going to have the momentum down the straightaway. I was really struggling to actually pass the 4 car, which was kind of frustrating. As we hit 11 to go, we're running out of time. I know Allgaier, at this point, I thought he had the fastest car on the track, so we were really trying to clear the 4. As we took another shot at him, we hit him in the left rear on the exit of 2. He clears me again as we approach turn 3. Allgaier all over my bumper. We tried the outside. This might have been a mistake. Allgaier now, he might even get to the, oh my gosh, look how fast he is. He's going to the inside of the 4 now with no problem, and he's hanging with him on the inside. On the straightaway, he's probably going to be there in turn 1. Ooh, Chastain, he tried to close the gap, but Allgaier was not taking it. And now Allgaier's going to possibly clear the 4. We need to get to the inside of this 4. We just about nailed him in the left rear. That would have been a crash. He has to pull down the straightaway, but Allgaier is going to have the inside in turn 3, which is going to be the advantage as we need to get to the inside of this 4 car and get around him. Allgaier clear for the lead in Darlington. We get to the inside of Chastain finally. And we were eventually able to get around him now as we come to 3.5 laps to go. We pulled away from him, and Allgaier have been just riding a few car lengths behind him, very close to the wall and on the exit of 4, but Allgaier, he's pulling away just a little bit. And we are trying to run him down as we hit 3 to go, but it doesn't look like at this point it's going to happen. We tried to pass Allgaier for the win in Watkins Glen. We were very close then. Now we have another chance to do that once more in Darlington. So we're going to try to get to his bumper, but it really is kind of hard to get to him because he's running a perfect race right now. We send it way in deep in turn 3. We get close to him on the exit of 4. That actually worked. I thought we were going to push up and lose a lot of time, but that was not the case. As we hit 2 laps to go, we're all over the bumper of our teammate, Justin Allgaier. We really need to get to the inside of this 7 car. Now looking for a lower exit than him, possibly at a turn 2. We do get a lower exit. We close the gap a little bit. I got a little bit loose from the seam there, so that kind of halted my momentum. But we're all over him. Coming into turn 3, white flag will be out this time by. As we get really close to him, we just about get into the back of him. I should have maybe hit him to see what could have happened. But on the exit of 4, the white flag is in the air all over our teammate's bumper as we approach turn 1 for the final time. Can we get the win in Darlington? Allgaier with a really good corner. We also have a really good corner on the exit of 2. We get into the wall. That might have been it. I was looking for too much as we come down the back straightaway. Still close enough to maybe hit him. We're going to go in pretty deep in turn 3. Try to get to him. We hit him in the left rear, but it's not going to be enough. Justin Allgaier on the exit of 4 hangs onto the car, and he's got the momentum down the straightaway, and he will win for the 7th time in Darlington, and we will finish P2 for, I think, the 7th time as well. Allgaier really put a good race together and held on to that victory. I mean, that was a pretty good, really good run by him, and now he is tied for the most wins. Him and Christopher Bell have 7 wins, and they make up for 14 wins, obviously, on the season, and we've had, I don't know, like barely over 20 races, so that just shows you how dominant they are. Custer has 4, so really that's, what, 18 wins between the top 3. This is looking like the Cup Series over here with the big 3. But another 2nd place finish. I'm not going to complain too much because we did get a win this episode, which was really nice, giving me some more playoff points. But next episode we're going to have Darlington as a Cup hot seat. You can see right here, we will be driving the number 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, so we're going to see how that goes. and then we will have the final 2 races of the regular season as well in the Xfinity series for that episode. So tune in for the regular season finale episode. I will see you guys next time. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, like, comment. Those would all be incredibly appreciated. But I will see you guys next time. I'll leave you to see the point standings as we end this episode. So I'll see you guys next time. Everybody, have a good day, and thank you for watching.